welcome back to Joyful Half Acre. I'm Kim, and today I'm going to be talking about the 3 things I learned this season. I was tagged to do this by Cathi from Little Garden Big Dreams. If you haven't checked out her channel, it is awesome. She is from Australia and I really love her voice. So I enjoy watching her, so I hope you'll check out her channel if you haven't. So, the 3 things I learned this season. Number 1, never give up. My garden flooded, and it flooded bad in May. We had a lot of rain, and from about the middle of the garden west over to underneath the trees, it was just flooded everywhere. The swing set even was sinking in the ground, and we had to move it because it was leaning so bad and it was unsafe. So that's how bad it flooded there. And half of my garden got flooded. The potatoes, onions, peas, peppers, none of it looked good. They were just drowned. And I thought my garden was done. I pretty much gave up. I said, fine, whatever grows, grows. I'm not going to worry about it. I even told some friends that, well, at least I don't have to weed the garden. So I try to look at the bright side even if things are going bad. But I gave up on saving what I had, on planting new things. I just kind of gave up. And that was so wrong, because not only should you never give up, but a couple weeks later, everything dried up and my plants started growing great. They all came back. My onions did great, peas, the peppers did awesome. They just wouldn't die this year. And my potatoes did have a rough time. I got some, but they did not look very good, but that's okay. Most of what I had turned out great. So never give up. Number 2, always plant more. I started off the year thinking, well, I'll just do a little. I don't want to do too much, just enough to get us by. And I realized pretty quickly that I really wish I would have planted more. I really wish I would have had a lot more. And I think this was actually one of Cathy's also, that if you have extra, you can always give it away. So planting more is a great thing. Number 3. So this one's the one that's going to show you that I am definitely still learning. It sort of goes along with it. Keep learning. Because one thing I learned this year was the difference between determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. I always wondered why some people could plant tomatoes in the tomato cages and they stayed in there and they looked nice and it worked. But I never could. They'd always grow out everywhere, and I did not understand that there were 2 different kinds and that tomato cages only work for, I can't remember which one's which right now off the top of my head, determinate I think, and the indeterminate you have to stake up as they grow up, so they won't stop growing, which is great. But for how I was putting the tomatoes up, it just didn't work. So I am still learning, and that is one thing, never stop learning. So those are 3 big things I learned this year. Don't give up when your garden floods. Always plant more than you think you need, because you can give it away. And number 3, yeah, I know I do that weird. Can't do this one. Number 3, keep learning, because there is so much out there I don't know, and I'm excited to learn more, especially from other YouTubers. I have learned so much from other YouTubers. That is one of the reasons I got into it, because I just love this community and learning from others. So, since I was tagged to do this by Cathi from Little Garden Big Dreams, I now get to tag to other YouTube friends to tell their 3 things they've learned this season. So I'm tagging Gail from Gail's Garden, Herbs, and More. She homeschools with her granddaughter, and I've learned a lot from her about herbs, and I'm excited to continue to watch her videos and learn more from her. So she just is a sweet lady. And so Gail, I'd like you to do this. And also Cathi from Mitza Creek Farm. I love watching her videos. She has the most beautiful pumpkin stand and beautiful pumpkins, and I think she's been talking that she does Christmas trees too, if I am hearing it right in her videos, and I'm really excited for that. I am a Christmas freak. So Cathi from Mitza Creek Farm. So I will put a link in the description box below to those channels, all 3. Mitza Creek Farm, Gail's Garden, Herbs, and More, and Little Garden Big Dreams. And I hope you'll all check out their channels and see what they say are their 3 things they learned this season. So thanks for stopping by today, and I hope you'll like this video, subscribe, and join us in this joy-filled life. Thanks. Bye.